What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Dive Addiction. Today, this is not an easy video for me to do, actually. I had a lot of back and forth if I was going to do it or if I was not going to do it. I asked a few of my friends if I should do it. Everybody said yes, that it could be a huge learning benefit for everyone out there. So, if you've seen the thumbnail, you already know. We got to get into this. I'm going to leave this diver nameless, but this diver told me that they've done cave diving, that they were a DM, that they're a rescue diver, that they do all this diving down in Florida. All right, sweet. New kick dive buddy, right? Well, we're going to jump into this video, and you tell me in the comments below what you think the certification level of this diver is. Not only that, in the comments below, put in what you think would have happened had I taken this diver, them coming to me as the first dive, saying, hey, I'm a DM, I've done cave diving and blah, blah, blah. If I would have taken them to the bottom of Gilboa in 35-degree water. This is not an easy video for me to do. I don't really like making fun of anybody, but like don't oversell your diving abilities. Like there's no reason at all whatsoever for you to go out and lie about what you can or cannot do. I would rather you come to me and go, hey, here's my situation. I'm not very proficient. I'm a new diver. I'm whatever. Okay? Whatever. But the example you're about to see here is what you don't do, especially after telling somebody that you have all these skills, because that puts a real big doubt in their mind as to whether they want to trust their life to you and do a deep dive. I would never do a decompression dive with somebody that's not decompression certified, but at the same time, I don't want to take you down to 130 feet, be right there at the NDL limit, start the turn, and then realize that you got no idea what you're doing. You just burned through how much air, I don't know, and we're in a world of hurt right now. So watch this video. Make sure you leave down in the comments what you guys think. Smash them like buttons, and let's get into this video. All right, there's a ton to unpack in this video, so hang with me while I talk fast because I want to get through it without having to stop this video. All right, so we were up here at 20 feet. We were just down around 40 something feet, and we came up here to get warm, and I was going over skills with Krista. Now we all decided we were getting ready to leave this dock, and we were going to continue on the dive. Well, we get to the end of the dock and start to drop down the other side, and I look back, and she's not with us anymore. I don't know what's going on, so I come back to see what's going on and see her sitting on the dock, hanging off the dock, messing with her BCD, her reg, and just watch. I'm not going to stop this video. I wanted to, but I'm not going to. We're just going to stick with it. Right here, she dumps air out of her BC, continues up. Now, dumps a bunch of air, drops like a rock, grabs that inflator, has to catch herself on the docks. Now at this point, I've basically had it. I don't know what's going on, but this is not a DiveMaster skill level. This is not a rescue diver skill level. This is day one open water diver skills that I'm seeing. So I pull out my book, I write "You good, bro" on it, and I'm going to go show it to her. Now, this is also after once we got in, she was walking across one of these platforms in the 15-foot section, and just buoyancy's just not there at all. Now, the excuse she gives us at the surface is she's nauseous. Now, let me ask you something. You do that when you're nauseous? So I come up and say, "You good, bruh?" And here's when I get her reading it, realizing what I said. Problem. Me up. So I give her the thumbs up. Like, okay, let's go up. I want to find out what's going on. Nothing but problems on this dive. And not venting any air whatsoever on the way up. And she rockets to the surface. Krista actually went up a little bit too quick. I'm coming up about the right rate. Maybe a little bit slow, but I'd rather go up slow than fast. Now, where we were at, that was 20 foot. You can go from that platform directly to the surface without taking a stop, because that is the stop depth. We were there for a few minutes. I was letting everybody warm up, and this proceeded to escalate from what it was at the first platform, so I decided that we need to have a talk about it. So we go to the surface, and, well, that's what happened. All right, so there you guys have it. That was my situation that I ended up having to deal with. I don't like getting myself into situations like that. So anytime I get a new diver, before I ever take them on a dive where I'm like, it's going to be kind of a sketchy dive, even though to me it's not really sketchy, but if I don't know your skill level, you can put me in a really sketchy situation. Always take them on a test dive. Don't, insta-buddy with somebody and instantly believe because they've got a card, whether they have it or not, or whether they show it to you or not, that they have that skill level. So don't ever take anyone at face value at what their skills are, even if they had those skills. Diving is a diminishable skill. We could go from, being A1 superstars to getting out of the water for, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 years, get back in the water, you're a new diver. At that point in time, you are a new diver. That's why they have refresher classes. That's why they recommend refresher classes. That's why if you're going to go do any type of new diving with new gear, even if you've been diving nonstop, if you get a whole new gear setup, don't go do Superman dives. Go and do those easy dives, those leisure dives, that 20-foot dive. I'll tell you right now, the one place that I can take anybody and find out if they know what they're doing or not, is only 20 feet of water. Because that first 20 feet of water, it'll get you. It'll get you. And I mean, a small little incline coming back up towards the surface, your gas volume and your BCD makes the biggest changes in the first 33 feet. Yeah. It's not easy to dive in 20 foot of water. If you can dive in 20 foot of water, other than current and surge and stuff like that, you can dive anywhere. Buoyancy is easier with depth. Now, don't take that as, well, I can dive in 20 feet. I don't need training to go deep. You're wrong and you will die. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that. And, that was one of the things that started this is I said, well, I was talking about going to the bottom. And this diver was like, I'll go to the bottom. Look, I don't ever try to be mean. I don't ever try and call anyone out on anything. I try and be as nice to people as I can, but don't lie to me about your skill set. Don't overestimate your skill set, and then don't come into a new environment and think that you know what it is. Because 130 feet in Ohio is not 130 feet in Florida. I've done 130 feet in Ohio and I've done 130 feet in Florida. They don't feel remotely the same. Ohio is cold, it is dark, you will get narked. Alright guys, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching. This was not an easy video for me to do. I do not like putting my friends on blast. It is one of the hardest things that I do. But there have been multiple of my friends on blast because, well, I mean, you got to get it together, Greg. You got to get it together. So, let me know in the comments. Do you think this was a DM that had only been out of the water for 4 years? You think there was a cave diver that had only been out of the water for 4 years? Or what do you think, guys? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. I got some awesome reviews coming up with some giveaways. I'm actually getting ready to review the new Halo AR by Fourth Element, and let me tell you, this thing is nice. But make sure you guys leave me some love, give me some thumbs up. I need them. Comments are greatly appreciated. And well, until next one, I'll see you guys in the water.